Welcome back. Today, I'm putting this little video here together as, me as an angler, and bass fishing is my passion. So I'm going to explain a little bit why I fish the way I do, and as a budget angler, just using what I have to maximize my ability to catch fish. Only fishing these public ponds too, guys. As you guys can see, my backpack here, I only got one pack of missile baits, nothing else in my tackle, nothing else in my backpack but my little terminal tackle too. See, me as an angler, I don't have all these terminal tackle, all these lures, all these baits, but as a below average angler, I use what I have and try to get the best out of it. You get what I'm saying? Especially fishing only these public ponds that I only have access to, and it's real tough. But as an angler, you gotta face with what you have, deal with it, and get the best out of it. Yeah, the reason why I set the hook and get the fishing as quick as possible, like I always do, is because I don't like my fish to get wrapped up in these heavy cover and get stuck, and then end up breaking off and then getting the fish stuck, and then the fish either die or something else happen to it. I just rather set the hook like that, get them in, take the hook off, and release them right back in the water. That's just me. That's just what I do. It's cold this morning. At least this big guy. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to where I'm pitching my creature bait, right into the thick stuff, thick stuff, and getting bites, setting the hook, and really get the fish in. That's like my #1 challenge right there. If I could do it, and then it'll make me better than rather the first time ever catching a fish in the thick stuff and getting it stuck and not knowing what to do. But just learning from everything what I do and getting better, that's my main goal as an angler. That one. If you pay attention to my pitch right here, look how I follow up through at the end of the pitch. So my bait was gonna land in the water, but I had lifted up to actually make it go a little bit further down to the little area where I wanted to pitch to. And when I did, there's the bite. And to be honest, I did not learn that from YouTube, guys. I learned that myself the hard way. Now here it is, a really good example of what I'm talking about. How I set the hook and get the fish in real quick. You see how high I am? And pitch it down all the way down there into the heavy cover. Yeah, everything comes into play when you're like pitching heavy cover like this. I mean, how fast your weight falls, how heavy the weight you need, detecting a bite, how deep is it, setting the hook, are you gonna get tangled, what do you do, how big of a line do I need, how heavy a rod I need. I mean, everything's a learning curve. You gotta just put everything to the test and learn from it and get better from it. Yeah, this takes a lot of trial and error to actually be a little bit better at it. From the start, I really needed help, and I looked everywhere on YouTube, and I couldn't really find anything to help me out. So, I learned it the hard way, got better at it, and, now you guys kind of see, if anybody can prove me wrong and find anything like this and get some help like this on YouTube, let me know, because I didn't. I couldn't find anything like this, but there you go, guys. Fishing these public canals, you guys can see there's a lot of duckweeds and a lot of stuff on top of the water on the surface. So I come out here, put myself to the test. What can I do to figure out these fish, especially being on top of the levee? I mean, it's a lot harder to pitch down there, so you gotta learn how to pitch, gotta be accurate, and it goes a long ways to be a better angler. Yeah. So just putting myself to the test and catching some fish. I mean, that's how I get better.
You see how fast I reel my lure back up and then pitch it back in there? You know, just learning something new every time I'm out fishing. I'm pretty versatile too, especially fishing like lakes and stuff. I'll use jerk baits, you know, moving baits, cover water, trying to find a fish, get some bites. It's something that, I don't know, I can't explain it. I mean, it's just what I do to actually figure out the fish, especially, you know, being a below average angler and not having fish finder and nothing like that, and just going out in the water and just have a good day.
There's one.
Yeah, right here I had a jerkbait tied on, a mid-depth crankbait, and my Texas rig. So here, the grass was probably almost up to the surface of the water, and it was about probably like a foot between the surface and the grass, and I was just using the jerkbait to cover this whole little area right here. Just kind of like, you know, figure out what I could do to actually get a bite or something. I mean, just use what I tied on. I mean, I'm not gonna come out here and not knowing what to throw. Before I come out here, I have my baits tied on, and then come out here and then really figure out the little lake. And using my Texas rig to kind of fill out the depth, I threw my mid-depth crankbait, and it went down to, it was just barely touching on top of the grass, and then I got a bite. So it was a pretty good little depth for that crankbait. So I figured I threw that crankbait all around this little area, and then, you know, got a few bites. So just working with what I have for the conditions that I'm deal with and trying to figure out to get some bites. I mean, that's what I did here. And then just cover water. I mean, just trying to figure out every little thing, every little condition. What can I do to get some bites? And once I've done that, I came to all these cover right here on the bank, and then just flip my creature bait. You know, just use what I've tied on today that, you know, I feel that it might work. But testing myself and catching fish on these lures that I had tied on today, I mean, it was good. That's what fishing is about. And then same goes for here. I'm on the bank. You guys see it's different. It don't have a lot of cover on the bank. So what I did, I tied on my jerkbait and just cover water. I mean, I'll slow down once. If I feel like I want to tie drop shot or anything, I'll slow down and slowly break down the little area. But right here, I'm just moving, covering water, and, you know, actually got a few bites. So, I mean, it's just something different instead of just pitching and flipping cover all the time, coming to little open ponds like this. I mean, just trying to figure out the little pond, and then, you know, that's good. Finding some fish. That's what fishing is about. You know, it's always a learning curve, putting everything to the test. Yeah, right here is pretty much a nothing bank right here. I mean, as you guys can see, it don't have any grass on the shoreline or anything like that. So I decided to throw my Texas rig, bomb it all out there, and try to fill out the depth and the grass and how everything was set up. So I got my Texas rig all out there, worked it through some grass, and then boom, got a bite. You know, it's just something you gotta learn and go out there and just try to be better.
Up the grass. Right after he came off the grass, he took it. See all that grass? Woo, nice one, baby. Go. All that grass.
Fishing this little creek with the same conditions, I'm just gonna throw what I usually throw, just pitch into these heavy cover, and then, you know, just trying to find them in this heavy cover. I mean, I'm not gonna bring a lot of bait, a lot of lures, and then, you know, just try to figure them out. I already know I'm gonna get some bites doing this, so I'm just gonna stick with it. So that's just me as an angler.
Really?
Fishing this lake that has a lot of grass on the surface of the water. Just working my frog, using different retrieves, figure out where the fish are, and just try to get a bite. Yeah, right here, as I was reeling my frog, and then I stopped it, boom, the bass took it. Yeah, this area right here was pretty shallow, and I was pitching, working my way through here, and boom, got a bite. If it's shallow or deep, it don't matter to me. I'm still gonna be pitching, flipping my bait in there.
That's what I'm talking about, homie.
Frog fishing in areas like this, I love the mental game of it. It's more challenging. You gotta work your way to get a frog bite, and you know, you just learn from it and get better at it. One of my craziest frog blow up right here. Also, I never let the fish play me. I'll always play the fish, get the fish in. Because if you don't, it'll get stuck and it's over. Fishing is not just finding the fish, finding the pattern, try to get a bite. It's everything that comes with it. You know, fishing, anything can happen. Just like this, my fishing pole broke. And, you know, you got to figure out a way to make it work and get on with your day to be a successful day. So, you know, it's not just about fishing. It's about everything that comes with it to be a good angler. I try to learn everything that comes with fishing to be a better angler. So, I mean, it'll pay off. You just got to put the puzzle together and make it work. Hopefully you guys get a better view why I fish the way I do, and for me to be successful. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the best angler out there in the world. I mean, I'm just a below average guy and just trying to explain to you guys why I fish like how I fish, for you guys to understand and kind of see what I do. I'm not here to tell you to fish like this, fish like that, you know, go buy this, go buy that. I'm just here to show you guys how I fish. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Thanks for watching.